Hello and welcome to Incredible Inverts and Other Animals with me, Phil. Today I'm in another location. I'm actually at work. So for those who don't know, I am a zookeeper here in the UK. I work at Shepreth Wildlife Park in Cambridgeshire/Hertfordshire, and I'll put links down in the description below for their social media and our website as well. Please do come and visit us. Well, and so I'm in our African Sands building. So for those of you who haven't been to the park before, in here you probably hear the tortoises roaming around at the moment. So we have two species of tortoise in here. I'm not going to speak about tortoises today. I will speak about those in another video. Today I'm going to focus on one of the other species in here, which is a species of bird. And hopefully you'll recognise, especially one of them, because it sits on my shoulder in my logo. So today we're going to be speaking about the red-crested turaco. Let's take a look at them. Okay, so here we have a red-crested turaco, or Turaco erythrophilus. Now these guys, as you can hopefully see here, are exceptionally beautiful birds with their bright colorations. And these colorations on them are actually really specific to the turacos and really unique. So they have very specialised pigments in their feathers, both of which contain copper. And this gives them their coloration. So they have tyrosine, which gives them the red colour on their feathers, and then turacovidin, which gives them the green colour on their feathers. And both these are kind of true colours. So what does that mean when I say true colours? Well, the green of the turaco is true green. Now, most birds that we think of as being green aren't green. It's just that our eyes perceive them as being green. But here with the turacos, what you're seeing is a true green bird, and these are amongst the only birds in the world that are green. Now the red on their feathers that you see on their head crest, they also have red feathers underneath their wings. When they shed those, so they shed them every now and then, we can actually stir them in a glass of water and the water will turn pink because of the copper. Now where does the red-crested turaco come from? Well, this species comes from Western Africa, and in particular Angola. And it's actually the national bird for Angola. And it lives there in the tropical forests, right through to the savanna regions as well. And they tend to live high up in the trees. They're very much a tree-dwelling species. Because they're living up high in the trees, they don't tend to fly that much. They actually tend to run and jump from branch to branch. They can't really fly long distances very well. That's because they mainly live in dense foliage. But this means that when they are moving on, they actually look kind of similar to a bit of a dinosaur. They do remind me very much of dinosaurs. And if you like, these are modern dinosaurs. Now, as you can see here, Rosie is exceptionally friendly. Now, she was hand-reared at another zoo. But she came to us as part of a program. She is here with a partner. She does have a male with her called Regan. But he's nowhere near as friendly, so he tends to stay away from us most of the time. Here you can get hopefully a good view of her drinking. And she's got a very specialised tongue that allows her to lap up that water. And drinking is a very important part for a lot of birds, as well as feeding. So they always need to feed and drink quite a lot. They expend a lot of energy when they are moving around. So it's always important to have fresh water available at all times. Now here you can see that her crest can raise up. She can raise it, and there we see the beautiful red feathers underneath. So this is because I had it on selfie mode. She could see herself, and she was just kind of figuring out, hang on a minute, who's that I'm looking at? Am I looking at a rival? So that's where the red crest comes in, raising up to make himself look bigger. And the red under those wings can also act as startle coloration. So again, these bright colours that you see can warn predators or try and confuse predators into thinking that these guys are dangerous, potentially toxic. They're not at all, they're completely harmless, but predators not to know that. Our diet for these guys tends to be a mainly frugivorous diet. So this means they mainly eat fruit. And in the wild there'd be various berries and other fruits that come into season. And they can be quite important for seed dispersal in the wild, so dispersing the seeds of the trees around. They'll also eat insects as well, although I find my two here at the zoo don't really like the insects that much. But here I'm feeding Rosie a specialised pellet which she absolutely loves, as you can see. And the pellets we give these guys is called low Fe or low Fe, which basically is low iron. So it just helps prevent iron storage disease, which a lot of birds and other animals can get potentially with captive diets. This helps prevent that.
But here in this bowl here, she has a nice mixture of various fruits and vegetables. She's got some apples, some kiwi, and she's refusing a bit of mango there. So she'll also eat carrots, broccoli, so a huge variety. I'm trying to get as much variety as possible into them, and they like to choose what they want to eat on a daily basis. Okay, so here we can see both of our turaco. So Rosie is on the right and Regan's on the left, and he's just flown off. As other than Rosie stay put, he's, like I say, Regan's a bit shyer. But here's Regan again with one of his friends, the hornbill. So the black and white bird they just saw fly off there is our female Von der Decken's hornbill that lives in this building alongside the turacos and tortoises. And like I said, it's about as close as what we can get to Regan. Quite often, like I say, he was parent reared, so he's a lot more nervy around us. He's much more of a wild bird, so he tends to stay away from us. And this is Regan popping down to get some food, and there you see how that red of the wings just flashes. So you imagine that in the wild, of that flash of colour going through the foliage to any predator, and that would hopefully startle them so they wouldn't actually predate on those guys.
Okay, well I hope you enjoyed having that look at the red-crested turacos. I hope you agree with me, they're absolutely beautiful birds. To me, they're the most beautiful birds that we have here at the park. I feel incredibly privileged and lucky to work with these guys. So we've got Regan, the male, just up here. Rosie, our female, is just to the side. She's currently roosting up there at the moment. So, but yeah, they're fantastic, fantastic birds. So if you did enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up. Please do leave some comments down below. Also, if you're new, please do subscribe and hit that bell for notifications. And that's the last thing as well. Please do go and support your local zoo, aquarium, wildlife park, conservation centre. This year has been really bad and really hard for every single zoo, aquarium and stuff. So we really, really need your help and stuff. So just by visiting is a great way of helping and stuff. Doing experiences, buying adoptions, anything like that will mean so much to any zoo and aquarium, especially from this year that we've had so far. But things are hopefully starting to get a bit better and a bit back to normal. No, but otherwise, until next Sunday, where I'll see you again for another video. Thanks for watching and goodbye.